Yeah, I've always watched boxing since I've been a little boy, because obviously the family have grew up watching it, so it's all I've knew really. My granddad, he was a coach. My brother's done a little bit, so it seemed right to do boxing instead of football. I wasn't that good at football, so yeah, from year 9 onwards I've just loved boxing. I lost my first fight at the Triumph Club, where I then moved to a few years later, but it was as if I'd won because of the buzz I got. So from that point on I knew I loved it, even though I got beat around the ring, but I still was buzzing after the fight. Now recently I'm at Christ King, and my main coach is Jamie McGough. Jamie's a good coach. We worked with each other for about 2 years now. Won a lot of titles together. I feel he's a perfectionist in what he does, and I want to be a perfectionist, so the two sort of styles mix and we just sort of click and get along.
Yeah, more feints and distance, that's it. Light. Yeah, well, I coach at Christ the King anyway, but just that's just as a club coach, just going around to everyone, just having a little bit of input, and then yeah, there's been other fighters as well, but really Aaron takes up all the time. So and I prefer that, to just concentrate on Aaron, because there's so much to do. Got a lot of video analysis to do, a lot of work to be put in, arranging things, going sparring. So I prefer just to concentrate on Aaron. He's developed so well, and he just keeps taking forward steps. Like when I started working with him, he'd won the national junior championships, but he'd won that on strength and toughness, aggression, and then over time he's developed skill-wise, he's developed his boxing IQ brilliantly now, so much so that it gets commented on every time he spars, whenever other coaches see him. His professionalism's got better and better. Double jab right hook. There you go, well done. Jab out, jab. That'll do. Good. So he's developed brilliantly, and then it's just not last season, the season before, the results didn't quite go his way, but he was developing, he was doing great. But then he continued to develop, and then the results really came last season, winning the national title, winning the Three Nations title. And so now he's put that little bit of extra expectation on him now. That it's still great. The main thing is still that he develops as a fighter, and there's a long way to go in this. So regardless of the results, that's the most important thing. But it would just be really nice. He's tasted like the sweetness of victory and a bit of the other things that come with it, the kind of recognition from people. So it would just be nice. I just want for him for that to continue and to continue.
Well, he was at the club, I was at Triumph, and we did pads at the Triumph together. And I remember the pads we'd done, and I hated them because it was so hard. But I came away and I was thinking, that's what I need. Like, I knew from then on that he was so little detail. So, and then we carried on working with each other at Triumph, and he went in my corner once, and then the rest just sort of blew up from there. Like, we just worked together daily, and just every day little details. I think I left an impression on him because I was a keen learner, and he must have seen a bit of talent, and I seen good things in him, like a perfectionist, like 6 little details that you need in boxing, like to take you to the next level, because it's only small margins, especially at the top level. So it's just we just connected from the first day, and then that was it. Yeah, the rest is history. a trial straight after the fight on the 9th to the 13th. That's 5 days of sparring, running, but the fight should put me in good stead. If I win that fight, there's not what more can I do. I've beat 3 GB boys then. That is a worry because I think me and Jamie get on great. The way he teaches me is bang on as well. Like, we just gel perfectly. So I do believe we need to work together full time because he's such a good coach. Like, but it's one of them. You are with good coaches up there. You got good sparring, the best facilities. So you're not going into bad hands. But it's just a shame that I'd have to sort of miss a few days with Jamie. I feel alright, I feel good. It's a big stage, so, and the venue is class, isn't it? It looks great, so I'm ready to do it now, yeah. No nerves, just confidence, just belief. I said hello to him, shook his hand, but there's no bad blood there really, it's just sportsmanship, but there'll be bad blood in the ring, so yeah, I'm ready for that.
Introducing to you firstly in the blue corner, an elite Three Nations gold medalist and national amateur champion from Christ the King ABC, representing England, Bowen. This is a light heavyweight bout scheduled for 3 rounds.
You won that fight. Right fight. It's absolute bollocks. Alright, mate. Shaking like a leaf.
When he said you won that fight, I didn't know whether he was just saying it as my coach or because of all the emotion. I thought, have I won the fight? I didn't know what was going. There was so much going on, and I was just annoyed that all the people that came to see me lost. Like, I feel like I let them down. I was just annoyed with my performance, but sometimes I've learned now not to dwell on it until you've watched it back to see, because I actually thought I boxed well and there's some good things I've done there. I thought I started well. I'm throwing the punches. It's quite 50-50 here, both landing. He's landed one, I've landed another. I'm just annoyed, I don't want to lose at all. I think he's annoyed about the decision because he thinks I was hard done by the judges. And so a lot of people did say the same.
Yeah, well, I thought it was a brilliant performance by both of them. Tudsbury was really improved from what I've saw before. We knew he was strong and explosive anyway, but I thought he showed a lot of good footwork, good tactics as well. Aaron, thought he boxed great as well. He adapted really well. Had a bit of a slow start, but adapted well. Boxed smoothly, picked a lot of nice shots. I just think the frustrating aspect was that the contest was marred a bit by such a bizarre standing count from the referee.
I caught him with a nice body shot there, and I went to throw it again in a minute. I think that's where I threw it twice again there, bang. So I thought, right, I've got it now, and I went for it again. And the referee jumps in there. I said, I'm all right. I was tapping back, but you got to put your hands up. So I said, I'm all right. I was worried he was going to stop it, because I don't know, I just saw it. And he said, I know you're all right.
Yeah, well, Aaron is a bit like a younger brother, really. You can't not care for him. You can't not want the best for him. So it's frustrating if you think he's been hard done by, really. So.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit annoyed at the decision, because he told me in the build-up, you're on the GB show, you got to really do it. And that's why I was psyching myself up for the fight, and that's why maybe I got a little carried away at the end. I just wanted to give it everything. But yeah, he's just a bit annoyed, but you're going to have highs and lows in boxing, ain't you, and life as well. So.